Welcome back, Chargers, to what is probably going to be the craziest semester of agriculture that you have ever endured. Well, school in general, actually, because of our COVID situation. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I'm going to tell you a little bit about agriculture and some of the things that we're going to be doing this semester. And then we'll take a look at what Canvas is going to look like for you guys. First, a little bit of information about me. There is the school telephone number where you can get in touch with me. It's the regular school number, extension 3515. Email is probably the best way to get in touch with me because I do check that fairly often, and it's easier for me to answer a quick email than it is to get a message and call somebody back. But either one will work, but email is definitely preferable. If you have time that you need to speak to me and you want to do it where it's just the two of us having a conversation, fourth period is going to be the best time to do that. That is my planning period. Um, this picture, some of you are sophomores, some of you are a little older, a little younger, but my first year of agriculture was when I was a sophomore in high school. This is my picture when I was a sophomore in high school. Notice the big 90s hair. Um, I did not use nearly as much hairspray as most of the people that I know, so I didn't have quite the impact on the ozone layer that most of my friends did. But um, this particular year changed my life in so many ways. Whenever I walked into my orientation right before my sophomore year of high school, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer. I thought I wanted to go to Duke, go to law school, and make lots of money arguing with people. Then I decided that, well, actually, I didn't decide. Fate decided for me that I was actually going to be in an ag class. My high school was so small, there were only 63 people in my graduating class. So scheduling was an issue. So when I walked into orientation on my sophomore year of high school, I noticed that I had agri-science as a class or agriculture as a class. And the last thing that I wanted was to take an agriculture class because, one, I had grown up on a farm and I knew how much hard work it was, and I knew that I did not want to do that for the rest of my life. And two, my sister was in FFA, and she was kind of like the all-star poster child for FFA whenever she went through. And my sister's a little on the, well, she's just not like me. We'll put it that way. And if you're like me, you never like being compared to your siblings. And I didn't want to be compared to my sister, so I thought, there's no way I'm going to do this thing. So I went in to the first day of class and I said, I'll give it a try, but I can always change my schedule. And the first week, my teacher started talking about all the things that I could do and all the things I could get involved in and the competitions, and I thought, maybe this isn't so bad. Maybe this is more fun than I thought it was going to be. And so I continued with my ag class. To start with, I was the only girl in class, but eventually I had one or two more to join me. Um, and it became my life. It became what I enjoyed doing. Um, when I got ready to graduate from high school, I thought that I wanted to be a vet by that point. The reason I thought I wanted to be a vet was because everybody said, "Oh, you don't want to be a teacher." And I still have those days when I'm going, "Oh, you don't want to be a teacher." But when I went to college, I thought, "Yeah, I kind of do." I miss the ag stuff so much. I miss the FFA and the friendships that I made so much that I thought, what better way to give back to an organization that has given so much to me than to do it for the rest of my life, do it for my career. So everything in my life, from what I do to where I am to who I married, all come down to that one scheduling conflict when I was a sophomore in high school. So um, you may or may not have actually signed up for agriculture course, but I do hope that you give it a chance, and I hope that you enjoy being here, and I hope that you will take all that it has to offer and will actually get involved with our organization, because it can mean so much and can change your life if you do. Okay, so this is me today, or actually about a year ago. Um, who am I today? I am wife to my teaching partner. Mr. Harris is the other ag teacher in the department, and we are married. We met in college. We were best friends in college, and we eventually just ended up at the same school together. I taught 2 years at a middle school before I was able to come here and be the second teacher at Crest, and it's just worked out for us. I have 2 kids. Faith is a freshman in high school, and Andrew is going into the 4th grade at Boiling Springs Elementary. I've been at Crest a long time. This is my 20th year of teaching, but I've been at Crest for 18 of those years. It's my first year in a while that I haven't had some other responsibility to take on. During the summer, I finished up my term as past president of the North Carolina Association for Career Technical Education. Before that, I was the president of the North Carolina Agriculture Teachers Association. And so for the last 6 years, I've held those offices and had to travel a whole lot for those things. So I do get a break in the travel. Mr. Harris, though, is now president-elect of the Ag Teachers Association. So I got off of the train and he jumped on. We are members at Poplar Springs Baptist Church, and if I have free time, which I don't have a lot of free time, I enjoy reading. I do like cooking, not necessarily baking, but I like cooking. I love working with animals. I like to do DIY projects, and so I really like watching HGTV. And I'll watch Netflix and other streaming services whenever I have an opportunity. But that is kind of me in a nutshell. A little bit about this course. This course is going to be different. This course is going to be different for me. You probably have heard people saying this is like being a first-year teacher all over again. And it is. It kind of is much different than what we're used to. Normally on the first day of class, you would be sitting and we would be talking to each other, and I would be explaining things about the course face to face. For some of you, that's going to happen. For some of you, you're getting this strictly online. So regardless of which path you've chosen, I have fixed it so that you're pretty much all going to be online students, because those of you who are coming face to face will be online 3 days a week, and those of you who are strictly online will be online 5 days a week. But I've designed the course so that regardless of whether you are sitting in my class or whether you are online, you're going to be doing the same type of stuff. Now, those of you who are on campus will have more opportunities to do hands-on things in the greenhouse, at the barn. But those of you who are online, I will do my best to try and film some of the things that we're doing while we're down there so that you can get those experiences as well. Lab experiences are required. Because we are trying to turn the face-to-face part into more of a hands-on thing, you're going to be required to take part if you are on campus. There is no, I don't feel like going to the barn today, I don't feel like going to the greenhouse today. Everybody is expected, if you are on campus, to be taking part in these activities. You must have a safety contract on file. Those of you who are face-to-face and we'll do a safety contract, you have to pass that with 100. We'll see that a little bit later in the module. It is highly recommended that you have some sort of insurance just in case there is some sort of an accident. Never had anything major, but you just never know. A lot of you probably took this course so that you could be an FFA. FFA is going to look different this year, and to be honest, I'm not really sure exactly what FFA is going to look like. Last year, we ended our year with doing online competitions and finishing up doing a virtual banquet, and so we're hoping that we can do as much as we can to get you guys where you can actually interact with one another. But automatically, once you enroll in this course, you are a member of FFA. We just need to figure out how we're going to get you guys together in a safe, responsible, socially distanced manner. Things for the class that you're going to need. You will get a course pack. Now, if you check Canvas, I've put some information in Canvas about the course pack. Those of you who are on campus, you will get an actual hard copy, paper copy of a course pack. As we go throughout the semester, there will be videos, and those videos will be PowerPoints that I have, basically like this, I have narrated. And so you will take the notes that are in those PowerPoints, in those videos, and you'll actually transfer those notes into your course pack. If you are fully online, you have two options. Option one is you can email me and let me know, and I will leave you a hard copy of the course pack in the office, and you can come and pick it up. Option two is that you can actually do your course pack online. And those of you who are face-to-face, if you would prefer to do yours online, that's fine too. I will take the digital or the hard copy at the end of the semester, either way you want to do it. And there are instructions in Canvas on how to do the online copy. Those of you who are getting the course pack in hard copy will want a binder to put that in, and of course you'll need pencil and paper. I would suggest that you have some sort of earbuds or headphones, because there will be days whenever I will give you opportunities to work in class and answer questions in class, and you will have an opportunity to potentially listen to some of the videos that I've got recorded while you're in class. And so for your privacy and for the sanity of everyone around you, it's probably just going to be better to have some sort of earbuds or headphones. SAE is something that we'll talk about a little bit later. This is basically the only homework that you will have throughout the semester. Of course, I guess if you're online, pretty much everything is homework. But this is your final project, and we will talk more about it later on. But as we think about SAE, you're going to be thinking about things that are agriculture related, that you like to do, that you enjoy doing, and it is a project that is tailor-made to you. But we'll talk much more about that. You are required to do it. It is 10% of your final grade. Now, as far as submitting assignments, I am trying my best to do everything this semester through Canvas. I know that when the shutdown happened back in March, some teachers were going with Canvas, some teachers were going with Google Classroom, some teachers were sending emails, some teachers were sending Remind. I am trying to get everything all into one space so that we're not looking for things all over the place. So when you submit an assignment, it's going to tell you how to submit it. Is it going to be submitted through Canvas? Is it going to be submitted onto a Flipgrid or something like that? It's going to tell you exactly how to submit it. Please do not email me assignments that should be submitted through Canvas, because sometimes those get lost in the backlog of the email and they may not be graded because I may have shifted them somewhere else. So please make sure that if you don't know how to submit something through Canvas, that you ask during office hours, or you can just email me, and we'll see what we can do to get you on board with getting those things assigned. Office hours for all CTE classes will be Wednesday from 9 to 10. I will send out an invitation for Google Meet. Those are not required. However, it will give you an opportunity to see some other students in agriculture if you do want to log in during those office hours on Wednesdays. It also gives you an opportunity to ask me some questions face to face. But I know that a lot of you, email is an easier way to do it and get a quick answer. I check email very often, so if you would prefer to ask me questions through email, that's perfectly fine. As far as class guidelines, you are expected to follow the Cleveland County School of Conduct, the PBIS Matrix, the FFA Code of Ethics. We want to make sure, even though I know you're only on campus 2 days a week, everything still has to apply. We cannot add crazy on top of crazier. So we've got to still go with the dress code. You've got to make sure you're following the dress code. You've got your mask on. Cell phones are a pet peeve of mine. I will take the phones. I'll turn them into the office. They're just not conducive to you, a good learning environment. So please make sure that you keep those things somewhere else. And of course, the tardy policy. You have been given 2 extra minutes in between classes because of the one-way hallway, so please make sure that you are adhering to the tardy policy and being mindful of the amount of time that it takes you to get from one class to another. Finally, as far as permission to leave class, I don't know what a lot of things are going to look like this semester. If you talk to any of your teachers and they act like they have all the answers, well, they're either crazy or they're making things up. We do not have all the answers. We don't know exactly how things are going to go. I mean, we could get into school for a few weeks and they could decide that everything's great and we could go back to 5 day a week, or 5 day a week learning. Or we could get into the first few weeks and we have so much spread of COVID that we could be shut down again. None of us really know what things are going to look like. As far as leaving classes and permission to leave class, I'm going to limit that as much as I can, just because we only have opportunities to have 2 people in the bathroom at the same time. And I just, please try and make sure that you go in between classes. If you have an emergency, it's not like I'm not going to let you go, but it does make it much easier if we can get as much as we can taken care of during the class changes. But we'll work through it. We'll all get through it as it comes, and we'll do the best that we can. So I do look forward to working with you this semester. Part of me was a little bit nervous about coming back to school because of the potential for spread of the virus. But as soon as I got in and I started rearranging my tables and my desks, the excitement of actually being back in the building with people came back. So I am excited to get to work with you this year. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we will all get through it together, and we're all going to be in the same boat. So if you have anything that you need from me, you need to ask from me, please make sure that you do that. And I look so forward to seeing you whenever you get to class, whether it be cohort A or cohort B. So take care, and I will see you next week.